Welcome to JE Max Mains Advanced Extreme Series. Welcome to Season 2 of JE Max. As I mentioned earlier, through this series we are just concentrating the main important topics of JE Mains and Advanced Examinations. So far in Season 1, we have successfully completed some of the core topics of JE Main and Advanced. Now this is about Season 2. Here, through this season, we are concentrating the complete knowledge on complex numbers. So in this particular season 2, I am completely concentrating on the complex numbers. This is about lesson 1. Of that, this is about lesson 1. So far in the first video, we have observed the basic introduction of the complex numbers and the difference between real numbers and the advanced stage of the real numbers graphically, and the knowledge on the complex numbers graphically you have visualized through our previous video. Now we are now entering into the complex numbers lesson 1. Here through this lesson we are concentrating the analytical approach, and some of the terminology here I am introducing for you, and that knowledge is very helpful for you. Okay. Here, this series may contains more than 20 to 30 lessons of entire complex numbers, which solve all your needs and requirements for all competitive examinations like JEE, Mains and Advanced. Okay, my friends, this is about complex numbers lesson 1. Through this lesson, we are just concentrating the definition of the complex number and integral powers of I and complex numbers as an ordered pair. So through this lesson, I am just concentrating these three topics only. Okay, and again I am requesting, please don't forget to check the description. There I am providing very important assignments and important question papers. Those are very useful for you. Okay, my friends, and please don't forget to forget to subscribe and share our channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon. Now, what is the definition of the complex number? See the definition here. Suppose, so far we are in real numbers only. Real number, set of real numbers is denoted with the capital R. But the numbers of the form A plus IB, where A comma B are real numbers. They are called, the number is in the form A plus IB is called a complex number. Here A, B are real numbers. What is I? They are symbols. Plus and I are what? Just symbols. And if they are complex numbers, we can call this number, this structure A plus IB, that expression, we call it as complex number if it satisfies the following rule. What are those particular rules? First is rule of equality. First one is rule of equality. What is rule of equality? Suppose A plus IB equal to C plus ID. Then here two separate parts are there. One is A and next one is IB. One is C and next one is ID. In this case, if A equal to C and B equal to A equal to C and B equal to D, then we can say that is called equality. So A equal to C and B equal to D. That means the coefficient of I on both sides are equal. Other than the coefficient of I, the part which is left to plus sign on each side of complex number, they are equal. Then we can say that they are equal. That is, this property is called what? Equality property. Next one is addition. Suppose A plus IB is given for you and B plus ID is C plus ID is given for you. How to add this? Here we are just adding A and C and B and D. So A plus C plus B plus D into I. And whenever these two conditions are satisfied by these numbers of the form, the expression of the numbers where A comma B are real numbers and the expression of the form A plus IB, then we can say that the set of numbers are called complex numbers. So here what I said, I mentioned I is a symbol and plus is also a symbol. Okay. So it is very clear that since A and A plus IB, this is the general form of the complex number where A and B are any real numbers. So you can take, suppose B equal to 0, then A plus IB becomes A only. and if a equal to 0, then a plus ib becomes a only. Okay, so this is b only, and if b equal to 0, a, if a equal to 0, then ib only. You can get ib only. That means what I want to say is every real number is a complex number. Every real number is a complex number. And every complex number need not be a real number. So this is the relation between set of real numbers as well as set of complex numbers. And the set of complex numbers is in general denoted with capital C. The set of complex numbers is in general denoted with what? Capital C. That means C equal to set of all the numbers of the form a plus ib such that a comma b are real numbers, where I is a symbol which is denoted with root minus 1, where I is a symbol which is denoted with root minus 1. The introduction of I equal to root minus 1 that I have explained in our first lesson 1 through that video. Okay, that I have collected from other sources for your benefit only. Now, so this is called the set of complex numbers, and R is represented with the set of real numbers. R is always subset to set of complex numbers. This is the relation between a set of real numbers and a set of complex numbers. Okay, so it should be noted that the plus sign between a plus ib and c plus id on the left denote the addition of the complex numbers, while between a and b is just a formal symbol as discussed earlier. Okay, my friends, here the symbol that we are using, that is we are adding two complex numbers. Okay, so what is a and what is b, and how we are adding, how we are equating, these are comes under the definition. Okay, but slowly we will learn several things about the complex numbers. Now coming to the multiplication, third rule is if a plus ib into c plus id equal to ac minus bd plus ad plus bc into y. Here already I mentioned I is a complex number. This is not a symbol, and it is equal to what? Root minus 1. Okay, in general, I is nothing but we can also write it as 0 plus 1 into I. This is also another way. And I square means I into I, that we can write it as 0 plus 1i into 0 plus 1i. So this we can write it as the definition. It is nothing but 0 minus 1 plus 0 plus 0 into I, that is equal to minus 1 only. So, if I equal to root minus 1, then I square is equal to minus 1. So, here I square is equivalent to minus 1. I can be symbolized as root minus 1. This is called iota. This I is called what? Iota. Since imaginary, the first letter I is there for imaginary. So, in general, we represented that number with what? With I symbol. So, according to this definition, how can we multiply these two complex numbers? This we can multiply just like a plus b into c plus d model. So this is ac, and this is ad into I, and this is bc into I, and this is bdi square. Now I am just I square is equal to minus 1 as I mentioned above. Therefore, I can bring all I terms at one side and remaining non-I terms at another side. So it becomes what? AC minus BD plus AD plus BC into I. This is what multiplication of complex numbers. And this is what addition of complex numbers. Here I am adding non-I symbols and I am adding I symbols separately. This is called addition of complex numbers. Whenever the set of numbers which satisfies these three conditions, then we can say that the set is what? Set of complex numbers only with these properties. Now, my friends, now coming to another important version of this one. Now, the definition of the complex numbers. Now, with help of all these things, the real definition of the complex numbers we can define like this. So the complex number is in the form of the expression a plus ib, where a and b are the real numbers and I is a symbol. And two complex numbers a plus ib and c plus id are said to be equal if and only if a equal to c and b equal to d. The algebraic manipulations involved in that complex numbers are performed according as the same rules, okay, in the operations involving the real numbers. So here, what kind of multiplications and what kind of additions that we are applying, which are nothing but the same applications of that operations, addition and multiplications in real numbers also. So algebraic operations involving complex numbers performed according to the same rules as operations involving the real numbers. So what kind of methods? That means that we are applied for a real number, the same methods and techniques that we are also applying in complex numbers. Because in real numbers, how can we multiply a plus b into c plus d? This we can multiply like this: ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. On the same lines here also we are doing like that. But only thing is, just in the place of I square, we are replacing with minus 1 only. Okay, and moreover, that I terms we are getting one at a side, and remaining non-I terms we are putting in another side. That is the only difference. Okay, now coming to integral powers of I. That means what is I power n? What is I power n? Suppose I is equal to root minus 1, that's we know it well. I equal to root minus 1, this we know it well. So what is I square? That is equal to minus 1. What is I cube? This I can write it as I square into I. That is minus 1 into I. That is a minus I. What is I power 4? That is I square whole square. That is minus 1 whole square. That is 1. So, with all these things, we can understood that I square is equal to minus 1, I power 4 equal to 1, I power 8 is equal to 1, I power 16 equal to 1. So, all multiples of 4, I power all multiples of 4, that becomes 1. So, if n is in the form of 2k, that means n is an even integer, then I power n is nothing but minus 1 whole power n by 2. I power n is nothing but minus 1 whole power n by 2. That means, suppose if I is equal to 20. So, what is I power 20? I power 20 is nothing but minus 1 whole power 10. Since 10 is even number, it is 1. Like that only. Suppose if n is odd. So, as I said just now, what is I? I is equal to root minus 1. I square is equal to what? Minus 1. I equal to what? Root minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. What is I cube? I cube is I square into I. That is what? Minus I. That is minus I. What is I power 5? This I can write it as I cube into I square. But I cube is minus I square is minus 1. So that is what? I. So here I can write if n is an odd number, if n is an odd integer, not odd number, odd integer, then I power n is nothing but I power n is nothing but I into minus 1 whole power n minus 1 by 2. This is the formula. That means what is I power 25? I want this. What is I power 25? This I can write it as I into minus 1 whole power. That is 25 minus 1 is 24 by 2 is 12. But minus 1 whole power 12 is what? That is 1. Therefore, it is what? I. Similarly, I power 27. What is I power 27? This I into minus 1 whole power. 27 minus 1 is 26. 26 by 2 is 13. So, minus 1 whole power 13 is minus 1. So, it is what? Minus I. Like that, we can find all integral powers of I very easily with this systematic approach. Because these multiplications and these numbers are very, very useful for solving or for manipulating the complex numbers in the coming sessions. Okay. Now, my friends, so I square is equal to minus 1, I cube is equal to minus I power 4 is equal to 1, and I power 5 equal to I. Okay. See, if a plus ib is a complex number, then the complex number minus a minus ib such that a plus ib plus minus a minus ib is nothing but a minus a plus I into b minus b, which is 0 plus I0, which is called additive identity. 0 plus I0, this is also a complex number. This is called additive identity of complex number. See, identity means here in set of real numbers, if R is set of real numbers, with respect to addition as operation, the number 0 is called additive identity, because how can we define additive identity of a real number? A number G, there exists 0 belongs to R such that, there exists 0 belongs to R such that A plus 0 equal to 0 plus A equal to A. For every A belongs to R, then 0 belongs to R is called additive identity. Similarly, if dot is multiplication in a set of real numbers, then how can we define a multiplicative identity? That means if A is any real number, then the multiplicative identity of A is denoted with A into 1 is equal to 1 into A equal to A. This is true for every A belongs to R, where for every A belongs to R. So, one is called multiplicative identity of real numbers. One is multiplicative identity of real numbers, and 0 is additive identity of real numbers. Likewise, in complex numbers, 0 plus I0 is called additive identity of the complex number, set of complex numbers. And additive identity of any set, if exists, that is always unique. Okay, there does not exist several additive identities or multiple identities. If that set exists, identity element. Okay, now coming to complex numbers as ordered pair. Yeah, so far we have learned that the set of complex numbers is denoted with the C, which is the set of all numbers of the form A plus IB such that where A comma B belongs to capital R and I is equal to root 2 minus 1. It is a symbol. Okay, this is what? Set of complex numbers. If that complex number A plus IB, if I have represented the complex number as in the form of an ordered pair A comma B, this is the representation of the complex number, and if it satisfies the following properties. What are those properties? AB equal to CD, because you know it very well, even in your relation sets, even in your relation chapter also, how can we equate two ordered pairs? The first coordinates are equal, the second coordinates are equal. That means A equal to C, comma B equal to D. Whenever first coordinates are equal and second coordinates are equal, simply we can say that ordered pairs are equal. And how can we add the two ordered pairs? First add the first coordinates and the second add the second coordinates. So that is A plus C comma B plus D. How can we multiply the ordered pairs? This we can define it as AC minus BD into AD plus BC. This is called multiplication of ordered pairs. Whenever the set of all for all ordered pairs of the form A comma B satisfies these rules, that ordered pair AB is nothing but what? A complex number. This is the representation of the complex numbers. So finally, what I am going to say is, in simple lines, first point, set of complex numbers is denoted with the capital C. C is equal to, it is in the form of A plus IB, where A comma B belongs to capital R and I is equal to root minus 1. It is just a symbol. And set of real numbers is subset of set of complex numbers. Every real number is a complex number, but every complex number need not be a real number. This is the relation between set of real numbers and complex numbers. And I power n is equal to, as I mentioned earlier, minus 1 whole power n by 2 to n by 2, where n is even number, is equal to I into minus 1 whole power n minus 1 by 2, where n is odd number. And in a set of complex numbers, the complex numbers 0 plus I0 is called additive inverse. What is additive inverse of additive inverse of set of complex numbers. Set of complex numbers. Actually, here I am using the word set of complex numbers. Additive inverse, if exists, that exists only for the set, not for the element, which is in the form of 0 plus I0. Set of complex numbers is represented with a plus ib, where a comma b belongs to capital R and I equal to root minus 1, is also denoted with the set of all ordered pairs of the form a comma b, where a comma b are real numbers, set of real numbers. Both representations are same. This is called the ordered pair notation, and that is the original definition of the complex numbers. That is expression form. Okay, and here ordered pair AB is nothing but A plus IB. How can we write 2? 2 is a real number, but every real number is a complex number. How can we write 2? 2, we can write it as what? 2 plus I0. I into 0. But I into 0 is always 0. Don't get any confusion. I into 0 is always equal to 0. So again, my friends, what is about minus 1? Minus 1, this I can write it as minus 1 plus I into 0. What is 2i? This is, I can write it as 0 plus 2 into I. So every number we can write in every complex number, we can write this as in the form of a plus ib more. And this is nothing but ordered pair a comma b. Both are same. Just these are all are the symbols, notations only. So what can how can we represent the complex number 2 in the ordered pair form? Simply I can represent the complex number 2 as an ordered pair form as 2 comma 0. How can I represent a complex number I in the ordered pair form? That I can represent it with ordered pair 0 comma 1. How can I represent it minus I in ordered pair form? That I can represent it with 0 comma minus 1. And how can I represent 2 plus 3i in ordered pair? That I can represent it with 2 comma 3. These are all are the notations. So whenever an ordered pair is given for you, we can express that in the form of a plus ib, or whenever a plus ib is given for you, we can represent that as in the ordered pair a comma b. Okay, my friends, these are all the things that I have explained just now. Okay, so that's why set of real numbers is a subset of set of complex numbers. And my friends, this is one another important point is 0 plus I0, that is nothing but a 0, a real number, which is it is the real number, it is the only number, and this is additive identity of set of complex numbers. Additive identity of set of complex numbers. Hope the basic introduction part you understand it well. If you like this, please share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon. Next we will continue the lesson number 2 soon.